Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today we will be building or renovating, I should say, an apartment in the world of Myshuno. But before we get started, please consider clicking the subscribe button so that we can become friends. And also feel free to chat with me about anything in the comment section below. And thank you for stopping by. So in today's video, we will be renovating 1920 Medina Studios for a bachelor. So this is going to be a bachelor pad. I am imagining this sim to be a music producer by day who also likes to draw and paint. So he's going to be a man of many talents. So this ended up being a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom apartment where the primary closet has been converted into a studio space for him to do his art as well as produce his music. I believe the total came in at around 86,000 simoleons, and I am using custom content on this build. I also added some lot traits to this one just to help enhance his career because I am going to be playing in this apartment. And those traits are quiet, great acoustics, and homey. I think great acoustics and quiet might be contradicting each other, but I chose those two based on their description on what they did and, his career choice. So now we can go ahead and address the elephant in the room. And I know y'all are probably wondering, like, girl, where have you been? And I know I say this every time I take a break, but the end of the year is a really busy time for me at my job. So I have been working a lot. A lot of, I say weekends, but I work a 4-day work week. So Monday through Thursday. And Fridays are typically my off days, but I've been having to work on Fridays and even a couple hours on Saturdays for the past month or so. So that has taken some time away from my Sims playing time, as well as just been going through a lot of change at my job as well. So trying to learn new stuff as well as take care of my end of year tasks. I've just been working a lot. And when I'm recording this video, it's the week of Thanksgiving. So my son will be turning 16 in a few days. And then, like I said, Thanksgiving is happening. So I'm just going to take some time away to do family stuff. So there will be less time playing on the game. But I have been playing a little bit, and everything, I say everything, but most things that I do on in what I call my personal time. I do film, and this is one of them. So I'm building this for my personal use, but I filmed it, so I edited it, and I'm gonna share it with you guys. So yeah, that's where I have been, um, just lifing and doing mom things. But like I said, I still record. It's just hard to find that time to edit. But I am going to take a couple of days off during the week of Thanksgiving. So part of that time will be editing because I know my son is probably not going to want to be at home. He's going to be turning 16. So he's probably going to be out with friends or what have you. But yeah, that is crazy to even think about that I'm going to be the mom of a 16-year-old son. It's just crazy. He is my oldest, and I don't know, I still look at him like my little baby, even though he's taller than me. But anywho, so for at this point, the kitchen and dining room and living room have somewhat come together. I think that's what I was gonna say, but I'm kind of winging this. I'm kind of winging this voiceover. But when I typically build with CC, I just kind of place things out that I know, well, that I might want to use, just so that I don't have to keep filtering through the catalog, just because whenever I have my CC in my game, my computer kind of lags a little bit. Even though it's a gaming PC, I think I may have too much, or not, I think. I know I need to have like a more powerful CPU, and I don't want to get nerdy on you guys because I did build my PC myself. But I think I need to get a more powerful CPU. I just got one. I also built my oldest son a gaming PC as well, and I spent the most money on his, and so I built myself like a little budget one just because I'm only playing The Sims on it, but he does several things on his computer. But I think it's time for mommy to get an upgrade. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. So yeah, you see, I don't have like color schemes like set yet. The only thing that's gonna The only thing that is set at this point is the kitchen and the dining room. But yeah, so now we've moved on to the bathroom. Um, about 90% of the items in here are from Lilac Creative. They did a collab with, I want to say it was Farfalla. Is that the name? Let me see. I do have my computer open. Well, duh, I'm on the computer, but I do have my list open. But it's from the Refresh collection. And I use the majority of that stuff. I can't find it. I don't want to be scrolling because then I'll stop talking. But anyways, oh, speaking of, I don't know if I said this, but obviously this is a CC build, and since I can't link, I can't put actual links in the description box below. I just decided to put the CC links or the links for the CC creators on my Tumblr page. I will say I really don't know what I'm doing on Tumblr. I started the Tumblr before I had the channel, but I never used it. But I intended on using it to just like document my Sims gameplay. um, that never happened. So I just went ahead and I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll just document my builds. So that's kind of what I'm using Tumblr for. Again, I'm a little older. I don't know what what the purpose of Tumblr is, if there even is a purpose. So I just like I said, I'm just using it to like um document my builds or whatever. But anyways, so I did place the links on my Tumblr blog. So that link will be in the description box. And then you will be able to get all of the CC that I used in this apartment. And I did put the apartment on the gallery. And you just have to remember to click the includes custom content button, and then it should pop up for you. But yeah, so this is a long video, so excuse me if I ramble. um, I'm home alone, so we're just gonna be chatting or whatever. And apologies in advance if this back and forth bopping from room to room is gonna get annoying. That's just how I build whenever I'm building like with CC. I don't really plan anything out, especially when I'm building for myself. I don't really plan anything. I just have an idea and I just kind of go with the flow. So at this point, we have like furniture everywhere where it's going to go. And so now I'm just going to start picking wall colors and flooring, but I've already picked the flooring. This is the one I'm going to go with. So I will say that most of the time when I'm building, I'm talking to my sister. And so the wall color that I chose is going to be from a suggestion from her. And as you will see, it's like really different from anything I've ever done before on my channel. And even in my personal gameplay, we all know, or if you can't tell by now, I'm like white, gray, neutral type girly. And my sister is not. Speaking of my sister, I don't know if I've plugged her channel in a while, but she also has a YouTube channel. It's called the Jasmine Aesthetic. It will be her will be in the description box below because I'm not able to link anything, but her will be at the in the description box, like I just said. And right now she is doing a she doesn't call it a let's play, it's like a voiceover series. And it's getting really, really good, you guys. I know nothing about what's going to happen. I'm always asking her for hints. I'm always calling her after every episode and like, girl, what is happening? So it's really good. And I might be biased, but I'm really not because I'll tell her if it's bad, but it's not bad at all. So anyways, go check that out if that's your type of thing. But anyway, she also does she calls them decorate with me's because according to her, she don't know how to build, but I think that's a lie. But anyways, we're not here to bash my sister. We're not going to talk about her. She decorates apartments, and if you watch her videos, and you'll see how her taste or her aesthetic is very different than mine. And this wall color suggestion comes from her, so thank you, girl. Anyways, so yeah, I finally picked a color on the sofa. As you can tell, I had different color swatches because I wasn't sure the color scheme of the apartment. But again, this is for a bachelor slash male sim. So I figure this is like a brown leather couch, or I was going to give him a black leather sofa. I typically always give my males black furniture, so I try to do something different with this one. And I really, really liked how it turned out in the end. So yeah, Oh God, I'm trying to stop saying so much. So if you hear a pause, that's myself intentionally trying not to use the filler word because I whenever I watch my videos back, it gets annoying to me. So I don't know if it annoys you guys, but it gets on my nerves. so so yeah, I will say that whenever we first started, the TV was kind of off centered, and that was because my original idea was to have that secondary bedroom be, or what I'm calling a closet now. My original thought was to have that be an office space for his studio. But I did film this over a couple of days, and I want to say this is day 2, so I kind of forgot what plan I had. And to be quite honest, I didn't even really see the room until I got into the bedroom, so I kind of forgot that my intention was to put a door in the living room to get to that room so that it could be like I said, an office space. But since I overlooked that minor detail, that's why I was like, okay, well, this could just be a closet, because I didn't want to move anything around. I really liked how I put these 2 shelves over here to create this built-in look, and I didn't want to take that away. So that's why I just started calling it a closet turned into his studio versus it being an actual second bedroom. I want to say the original floor plan in this apartment had, it was 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, but we're going with the idea that he converted his closet into his studio space. So I like it and I'm running with it. So again, we're just getting some clutter for this built-in. The built-in, I'm calling it a built-in. It's really just bookcases that I put with this sideboard table. It's all from Tuds. I want to say it's the Cave set. Let me pull up my little cheat sheet. But I like how it looks. It's actually Tuds Wave set. So yeah. And I think the chandelier comes from Felix Andre. I really like it. Here I am bopping back into the bathroom because I saw this over the toilet shelf that I could have used in place of like the little built-in shelving that I had, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep that built-in shelving idea. And speaking of that, this apartment is play tested and everything. The Sims can get to everything. They can get to the laundry. Because I was concerned about that because I thought that maybe the shelves were kind of close to the laundry basket, but they were able to get in there just fine. As well as the doors are 2 tile doors, and some of them were kind of close to some things, but I had the Sim walk everywhere in the apartment and they were able to get in there with no problem. So that's good. These paintings here, I want to say they're from Bojana Sims, but these paintings, I'm imagining that the Sim created those paintings. And I'm calling him the Sim because I have this idea in my head, but I have not made the Sim yet. I have not created the Sim. See what I did there? Yeah, I'm so crazy. Anyways, I have not made the sim yet, so I just used some I think I used my sim self to play test this. But yeah, whatever. That's neither here nor there. I haven't created the sim that I'm going to use for this apartment, but it is play tested. Boom, end of story. So here I am cluttering up the kitchen now. Oh, this little plant right here. This plant, I want to say it's from Simcoos. It's like an IKEA inspired plant. And that was exactly my thought process behind it. So I used this plant several times throughout this apartment. And it was my idea that he went to IKEA, he liked the plant, and so he bought maybe like 4 or 5 of them. I actually did that whenever we moved into this house and I started decorating. I bought a couple duplicates of the same thing, and I kind of just spread them throughout the home because I like the plant. So that was my same idea here, that he just bought this same plant just to bring in some greenery into the house, and he used it in several places. So I have one in the kitchen. I want to say I placed one on the built-in, and then there's also going to be one in his bedroom. So yeah, it's the plan is going to be recurring. Going to make several appearances. So yeah, like I said, I have the hallway. I wanted to decorate that ever so slightly. So my idea here was he's going to have an entryway table with a tray to house several things like this change bowl, some sunglasses, phone, all that jazz. but I didn't like the way that the change was clipping with that tray that I had placed down. So I just took the tray away altogether. And then this entryway is going to pretty much remain how it is. I'm just trying out several mirrors, but I'm going to leave this mirror how it is. I'm going to get the umbrella stand. I do have the burglar alarm in there. That's something I'm trying to remember to put in every build, because if I forget, it's like that's the build that's going to get robbed. So yeah, I try to remember that every single time. Now that I'm thinking about it, I might have forgotten to put a smoke detector in the kitchen. So my bad if I did forget that. Okay, so here we are going back into the bathroom. Like I said, I saved the wallpaper and flooring for the end just so that I could kind of get my ideas together. I mean, here I am. I was thinking about that not being accessible, so I wanted to move it, but I didn't like how it was a two tile or how the shelving were side by side. I liked it better stacked on top of each other. So like I said, I left it there. I wasn't too sure, but I did play test it once the build was done. That bed, I don't know if I mentioned it, but that bed is from the clean set from, it's either from Harry or Felix or the pair. I can't remember if that was a collab between them two or if it was just a set by one of them, but it's there. I like to use that a lot. These curtains I want to say are from Pierre Sims, the Stefan collection, I believe. I also like to use those as well as the organic curtains from Harry. I typically always default to using those curtains in my CC builds. But I'm trying to get out of that and trying to use something else. So yeah, there's that. I went ahead and changed the bedding. The bedding I want to say is from that Stefan collection as well. I didn't use the bedding from the clean collection just because I wanted it to be this green color, and I couldn't find one that was not like a super dark hunter green. So I just changed the bedding. I will say in this bedroom, I also forgot that that office existed. So I did decorate it without the door, but then it's so funny because I even placed a desk in there at some point, but I still didn't think, oh, there's no way to access this room. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that chair and put the door where the mirror is. So that's going to be our door to our closet slash music studio. Um, I am envisioning that maybe he has storage under his bed, or maybe he just stuffs all his clothes into these drawers these drawers are also giving me IKEA vibes. Like I can't remember the name of it, but I used to have that drawer set, but I don't anymore. But yeah, anywho, so I'm just getting some wall art again. In my mind, he created all of the art himself for this apartment. So these are his original creations that he just painted to decorate his spot. And I kind of like that idea, especially because I hardly ever have male Sims paint in my personal gameplay. So I think this will be, a good switch up for me. Like so you see here, I am going back into the office and still don't have a door on this thing. But this desk I want to say is from that clean collection as well, and that's clean with a K. So yeah, there's that. Um, here I am moving everything because I'm like, how is he going to get into this room? I moved everything, but that's just because I didn't want to use the dropper tool to grab the door at this point, just because wanted to filter through the categories I was looking in just to make sure that there wasn't anything else I wanted to put into this office. So I probably could have found a CC music producing station, but I'm just going to use the one that actually comes with Get Famous, just because, like I said before, I don't dislike items in the game. I really enjoy it. I just like to enhance said items with custom content. We're actually finishing up this build. I will note that right here in the video, this bar cart is turned the wrong way, but again, I play tested it and realized that the Sims couldn't reach it. So before I put it up on the gallery, I did go ahead and turn that into the right direction. So here we are back into this office space. This is the final space we're going to decorate. I do have those records on the wall over there, but I'm going to adjust some things and I'm going to put an easel in there and some canvases on what is on put some canvases on the ground. Because those are like paintings that he's finished or he's working on, and then again putting more canvases up on the wall because everything in here he made. So that's it, guys. We're going to go into the tour of this build. Okay, guys, so here we are spawned into the game so we can do a tour of this build. Yeah, let's not do tab mode. I don't know why I try every single time. But anyway, so coming in here, here's our entryway. Let's zoom out a little bit. So yeah, entryway, oops, and hallway area. Then we come into these double doors, and then we're in our living room, dining, and kitchen. So I did play test this, so this wine glass will not be there if you download this build from the gallery. Anywho, our kitchen. So then you come out, and then here's our bathroom. Very cute, very demure. Sorry, that's played out. Anyways, going back into the primary bedroom. Oops, just come this way. Oop. Can't control my mouse. All right, and then going into our converted closet that he converted into a little art studio / music producing studio. So yeah, there's that. And that's it for this apartment. Let's leave off on an overhead shot, and then I will come back to close off this video. And that's a wrap for today's video. You can find this build on the gallery under my EA ID, which is SirenaSimsYT. Also, this did include custom content, so if you want to download this, be sure to click the includes custom content button in the gallery, and then it'll pop up. Also check the description box below for all of the lot details as well as some other additional information. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. We're friends now, okay? So don't be shy. All right, well, that's all I have for today. I'll catch you in the next one. Toodles!